Hello and welcome to MySQL tutorial number 3. In the last tutorial we talked about how to insert data into a database. Well, this tutorial we're going to retrieve this data and display it as HTML. So let's move straight on. Let's pop over to PHP MyAdmin first of all, and if you watched the last tutorial you noticed that I inserted this one into the guestbook database, or the table should I say, and I just inserted this John Smith one as well, so we have two. Okay, so let's move over to PSPad. We have our connection here. So what we need to do first of all is, because we have information already in there, we pretty much just want to display this data. Well, the first thing that we need to do is basically have a query, and we say MySQL query and select everything from guestbook. Okay, where that's basically it. We could on here say where name is equal to David. Okay, so that would only select one ID, but we're not going to. But actually, we'll select everything from guestbook, and we'll order by ID. Yeah, and we'll do it's descending, so it's going to put in, it's going to display the last one that's just been put in first. Okay, or we could use the dates, but ID is normally best because anyway, I think you got the idea. Confusing myself here. Okay, so what we can do as well is we can select number of rows. So if there's nothing, it's not going to do anything, and if there's more than one row within inside the database, then it will display something. So what we're going to say is num rows equals MySQL num rows, and then all we've got to do in here is say query, okay, because this is the query that it's going to be using. So now from here, if we say if num rows is more than 0, then do this, else we're just going to say echo, no, we're going to say echo there are no entries within this database yet. Okay, so within the side here, the first thing that we need to do is basically make a while loop, okay, because it needs to read every single line that we've got in there. It needs to read every single row, sorry, I'm a bit tongue-tied. And what we say is row is equal or equals, and then we're going to use another MySQL function. Sorry, MySQL fetch associates. Now we could use MySQL fetch array, but I'm happy just to use MySQL fetch associates. So okay, now what's happening is all of the fields within inside that row are now gone into this array of row. So we can reference them by either numbers or just by the actual field name. So you've got the key or the actual name. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to say echo. Okay, so we've got row and name. Okay, so we're just going to say echo row name, and then we'll bang a break on there, and then yes, sorry, I'm just getting a bit confused what I want to do. Surname, and then we'll just bang a break on there, and let's just copy this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So next we have, well, we had the email, next we have the website, and then we have the comments, which we'll get back to in a second, and then we had the dates, and we had the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, we had the ID, so we don't need to display the ID, alright, because it's just not needed, and we can get rid of that because that's not needed either. Okie dokie, so now that's all going to be displaying out onto the page. Anything else? No, that's pretty much it. And as you can see here, as we got row the array, and inside of it we're saying basically the row name, or the column name, sorry should I say. So we're just looking at this row first of all, and then selecting David, then selecting Thorn, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and when that's finished it's going to then go on to the next one and select all this information. Alright, and what we'll do is we'll just chuck a HR tag in that as well. So Control S to save, and come to localhost with fingers crossed. MySQL is not available. What have I done wrong here? I'm just going to find the error. Okay, silly mistake that I made is I put MySQL fetch associate and didn't put the query down. So that's pretty much it. Silly mistake. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I couldn't believe I'd done that then. Okay, so order by ID, descending, and then number rows equals MySQL num rows. Num rows is more than 0. Row equals MySQL fetch associate, and obviously the query because it needs to know what it's looking for. And then it echoes out all the information. Come to here, refresh, and as you can see, it echoes out this one here first because it's the most recent one that's gone into the database, and then it echoes out this information here. Now, okay, with this thank you for viewing my website, blah 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 blah, we have line breaks with inside the database, so we want this to be exactly the same way it's been put in. So all we simply do is we come to the comments and we basically say new line to break. Okay, not M. Let's fix that. New line to break, and that will basically, if we just refresh this, it will then put all the information exactly the same way that it's been put in on the comments field on the guest book as such. Okay, so that's pretty much it done. If we wanted to basically only display one, so guest book, and we'll just say limit 1. So it's another thing you can learn today. So it'll only bring out 1, basically. That's it. If we want to where name equals David's, and it will bring out that one as well. And then just to clarify this to you that it works, name equals John, we can change it. Okay, so, and we can select just a couple of things here as well. A star basically means selects absolutely everything. I like to use the star, and then when I come down to my while loop, I then decide what I want to extract, because maybe at a later date I want to basically extract more or less. So by using this way, it's down to me to decide what I want to extract from it. Okay, that's pretty much the tutorial done. Like I said in the last tutorial, if you've got any questions, email me, contact me through YouTube, come and visit me at www.thornwebdesign.de. Please subscribe to me, it's hugely important. As more people subscribe to me, more tutorials I will do, and more in depth they are and of higher quality. Otherwise, yep, that's it. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.